Hey, thanks for doing this. Hope you're well. You had a really strong season last year. Did it meet all of your personal goals for yourself?
Yes, sir, it did. My main goal was just to come in and just contribute as much as I can as a freshman, and all the coaches they put me in a position to do what I can do and use my talents.
Ben?
Jammie, thanks for doing this. Thus far, what has the mix kind of been like at the safety position?
Say it one more time, sorry.
What has kind of the mix been at the safety position? Who all is working there? How who's taking first team reps? That kind of stuff.
Well, me and RJ right now, and then whenever we go in nickel, I'll roll down to nickel, and then we'll probably move easy at safety, or sometimes it'll be shallow. It's just like we all interchangeable, so we all can play. You feel me? Multiple positions.
David?
Jamie, how much have you learned from JC and Israel about how to be vocal and how to be kind of a leader out there in the back end?
I learned a lot from them. Just coming in early as a freshman, and then them playing as a freshman as well. So whenever I came in, they already knew the ropes, you feel me, as playing as a freshman. So they always put me on game, like telling me stuff, like watching film with them and stuff, just doing extra stuff.
Colin Taylor?
Yeah, Coach Mustang's kind of talked about needing to get the ball off people a little bit more than you all did last year. I guess, is there a trick to that, and how do you feel like that's gone through the first couple of days of camp?
The first couple of days we didn't have a ball, so it was kind of hard. But like since we've been doing one-on-ones and stuff, just the main thing, just getting the elbow. T-Rob just been on us real hard about getting the ball off people. You feel me? Just like you said, Muschamp wasn't pleased with that, so that's the main thing we got to do, just get the ball off guys more and stuff like that.
David?
Jamie, who's got the most interceptions in camp so far?
I'll say Rush. Rush, number 28, corner. He played corner. He's been making a lot of plays on the ball in camp this fall camp.
Eric Boynton?
Yeah, do you feel like you could have opted out on this season due to COVID-19 and not faced really any kind of repercussions as far as playing time or coming back? Did you feel comfortable that if you made that decision that nothing would have changed for you as far as playing time next year?
Oh, opting out, that'll never come across my mind. So I'll be playing. Even if we have 10 guys, I'll still be playing. I'll be one of the 10.
Ben Briner?
What's kind of the main motivating factor for you to continue to play despite the obvious concerns around the coronavirus?
Well, I just love football, so just the love for the game. That's it. I just love it. So even if Corona out, I'm still gonna play.
Ben?
No problem.
What has Jamar Brown kind of been able to show you after moving over to the safety position?
He's real physical. Him just coming from linebacker and moving to the secondary, it's kind of like it's a big change. But Jamar, he's really smart, so he know the defense. So they move him down the dime. He plays safety. He play linebacker. You feel me? He's that guy that can play a lot of positions.
Dick Cox?
Coach Muschamp has asked you to live a boring life. What is your definition of the Gamecock football boring life?
Coming to practice, coming to film, going back to my dorm room, watching film, doing online work, and just being around my cluster of guys, just being with the team. That's it.
Colin Taylor?
What's it like going up against this offense in practice so far? What have you seen from it?
Oh, a lot of stuff, a lot of different things. Mike Bobo, he knows a lot. So the defense, we have to come in locked and loaded every day because it's going to be something different, like new formations, a lot of motioning and stuff like that, that'll have the defense confused. So just locking in and watching film a lot, that'll get me prepared for, you feel me, what Bobo is going to bring the next day because he always bringing something new every day.
Eric Boynton?
I know you're on the opposite side of the ball, but when you've got a guy like a Colin Hill that transfers in. I think he's on his 5th year now. He's had 3 ACL tears. The fact that he continues to have passion for the game and to keep trying to still play. What kind of respect level do you have for a guy like that that's been through so much, has his degree, but still continues to fight back and want to play football?
I have much respect for him because that's a big thing. Like you say, he tore his ACL 3 times. Like, you feel me? I know guys that'll do it at one time and be scared to get back on the field. But Colin, he's definitely a competitor, and whenever we out there and we know he's gonna throw the ball, you feel me, on point. So we got to be in that space, closing space on the receivers.
What have you kind of seen out of both quarterbacks? Or I know you've got more than 2, but just basically out of Ryan and Colin so far, what have you kind of seen out of that competition between the 2 of them to try to be the starter this year?
They competing. That's all I can say. Both of them competing. One of them will run with the ones one day. The next day you'll have Colin at the one running with the ones. So they both competing, making each other better, and competing for that spot.
Ben?
2 questions. First, who else is kind of working in at that nickel spot, and then what has Joey Hunter kind of brought to the safety room?
Me, John, and JC, we all play the nickel. So some days, like I was saying earlier, we're interchangeable. I'm sorry. So like I can go to nickels and then I can go to safety. JC can go to nickel. He play corner. John play corner. He play nickel. You feel me? Like we all can be like used many ways. And Joey, he's a very physical. Like we've been using him at corner, so he's been very physical at corner and stuff, just coming down, hitting. He made a couple tackles yesterday in practice that I was very impressed with, too.
Hill?
Muschamp and T-Rob talked a lot about how it's a big time for Cam and Johnthan to step up. What have you seen from those guys these first couple weeks into camp?
Well, first off, I've been seeing both of them competing. You feel me? Like both of them, like my roommates, so we always be around each other, hanging out and stuff. So I just know that they both are going to compete, and the best guys are going to get the position. And I know that, you feel me, it's not going to hurt whoever get the spot. It ain't going to hurt the next person. You feel me? They both going to come and compete every day and make each other better.
Colin?
I mean, JJ came in here and he was obviously pretty excited talking about this defense and the potential you guys have. I guess when this defense is kind of clicking on all cylinders, how good can it be, and what have you seen from it through the first, I guess, week and a half of camp?
I feel like we can be the best DB group in the nation. I honestly feel that way. We just got to all come together and be leaders on the field because we all experienced. Like me, JC, RJ, and Izzy, we all played, you feel me, as freshmen. So we just coming in, my second year coming in. I know the defense in and out a lot. And just, you feel me, just coming together, being leaders and making plays. And that'll bring the whole defense together.
Ben?
Early in the summer when you guys were doing, I guess, the player run practices and then some of those walkthroughs, how tricky was it with some of that contact tracing where groups of guys might be knocked out for one reason or another, precautionary, that kind of stuff? How tricky was that lineup-wise, just sort of mixing and matching dudes?
It was real tricky because you had guys that's coming in that didn't know the defense, so I had to be a leader and, you feel me, teach and help the guys learn it fast and stuff like that while we was out there running around and stuff. And that's pretty much it, though, just trying to teach guys the defense.
Is that kind of a good experience for you, like strengthening your knowledge of the defense because you've got to teach it to other people?
Yes, sir, most definitely.
All right, last question goes to Colin.
Which receivers have kind of impressed you so far, and kind of what have you seen from some of the newcomers that you're having to guard?
Well, like in the slot, you have Kyrian and you got Sha. I've been matching up with Sha since last year, you feel me, and just coming out against him every day. I know he's going to be a top receiver in the draft whenever he do get drafted. He's going to be a top receiver. So whenever I go against him, I just know he's going to bring, you feel me, that he going to bring that sauce to me every day. So I just got to line up, play with him every day and match his skill set. And some receivers. You got Jalen, the transfer that came in, Rico. You got a lot of guys that just been, you feel me, showing me something. You got Xavier Leggett. That's my dog right there. You know, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and I think we got a pretty good receiver core this year.
All right, thank you, Jamie.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. No problem.